Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to my literary club. Today I'm going to explain Hope is the Thing with Feathers by Emily Dickinson. Emily Dickinson from 1830 to 1886 was an American poet known for her reclusive lifestyle and innovative poetry. Her work, characterized by short lines, unconventional punctuations, and deep themes, explored death, nature, love, and immortality. Though she wrote nearly 1800 poems, only a few were published during her lifetime. Today, she is regarded as one of the greatest poets in American literature for her unique style and introspective themes. This poem was written in 1861. This poem have autobiographical aspects as the hope, because the only thing in this whole poem is the hope, and Emily Dickinson was very optimistic person. Okay, so the hope in this poem is kind of autobiographical aspect of her life. The writing style of this poem is very unconventional because poet uses unconventional punctuations, dashes, and unconventional capitalizations to create a rhythm and to emphasize points. We'll discuss it in the poem also. Also, the poem is in iambic pentameter and it is a lyrical poem in which the personal feelings and emotions are expressed of the Emily Dickinson, so the autobiographical aspect. Next, the main idea of the poem is the exploration of hope, personified as a small bird that endures hardships and continues to sing the song of hope even in the most difficult times. So, basically, this poem conveys a sense of optimism that hope remains steadfast even in adversity. Before going to the poem, let's discuss that this whole poem is an example of extended metaphor. Metaphor is a literary device that is a comparison between two unlike things. And why this is extended metaphor? Because this metaphor, because Emily is comparing hope with a small bird who have these feathers and who can sing and who can fly. So this metaphor is continuous throughout the whole poem, so that is an example of extended metaphor. Instead of a single metaphor, the idea is developed in detail, often using multiple linked comparison. Linked comparison means that firstly it was a bird with feathers, then the bird could sing, then the bird could fly. So there are many linked comparisons. So this whole poem is an example of extended metaphor. Let's start with stanza number one. Hope is the thing with feathers. Look, this that's an example of uh, metaphor that perches in the soul. Now, Emily Dickinson is saying that hope is something with feathers who could fly, and hope gives power to the people to fly. This power of flying, this feather symbolized hope, resilience, and power to lift up the spirit of the people. Now, look at these unconventional dashes at the end of the stanzas. That is the writing style of the Emily Dickinson. That purchase in the soul means that we don't need to find a hope outers in the world. The hope is inside us. We just need to discover it inside and to awake it, and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all. This is also in this purchase in the soul, this sings the song especially, is also an example of personification. Personification is a literary device when non human objects, animals, abstract ideas are given human characteristics or actions. It makes a description more vivid and relatable. So this power of living organisms, this power of bird as a living being, of flying and of feathers to the hope, and also this power of human beings to sing, and also the power of living organisms of birds to sing. This attribute is given to the hope, which is a non-living, it's inanimate object or abstract idea. So that's an example of personification. And also look at this focus, this emphasis through these dashes never stops at all. So he's emphasizing at all with these dashes. So she's saying that sings the tune without the words. So this music, this is only music and only tune, because if there could be any language, then those language could only be understand by the people who understand that language. So this song of hope is for everybody, for every each and every person, and every person could understand this because this is only music, this is only tune. And whatever happens, not even during the hard times, not even during the time of adversity, this music never stop at all, and this music do not rely on words. And sweetest in the gale is heard. Now she's saying that this sound of hope, the gale is a storm, or we can also say that this symbolizes the difficult times of the life. So even in the difficult times of the life, does this sound of hope feels sweetest wherever there is a storm ahead or there is a storm with us. So this sound of hope heard most clearly during the adversity. This is the hope doesn't fade in those hard times. It we can hear the sound of hope. And sore must be the storm. Now storm is again the challenges of life, and sore is very powerful challenges of life. So the hope could be heard in the gale and even in the storm. That could abash the little bird that keeps so many warm. Now she is describing the intensity of the storm, the intensity of the difficulties and struggles of life. They are so powerful that they could abash, they could silence, they could discourage the small bird of the hope. Which small bird that kept so many warm. Now here warm shows us the that it is hope that kept alive so many people during the hard times. So the gale is and the storm is so powerful that they could abash that little bird, but they are not able to. They have the strongest power, but the hope always heard by the people. Imagery is a literary device that uses descriptive language to appeal the five senses: sight, sound, smell, taste, touch, to create vivid mental pictures for the readers. Now, this description of sings the song, or the gale, the storm, the little bird, these all are examples of imagery because we can imagine these things in front of us with this descriptive language. Now let's move to stanza number three. I've heard it in the chillest land. Now here, chillest land again shows us the cool. Well, this cool or wintry imagery is used to highlight the hardships and extreme situations. So here, chillest land symbolize the extreme situations. Symbolism is a literary device where an object, person, color, event represent a deeper meaning beyond its literal meaning. It is used to convey abstract ideas, emotions, or themes in a more powerful way. So here, this chillest land, strangest sea, and the gale, the storm in the stanza number two. All these words do not have just the literal meaning in these lines. They have a meaning beyond its literal meaning in these lines. Okay. So she's saying that I felt the presence of the hope even in the harsh environment and on the strangest sea. Now, strangest sea shows strangest shows us the unpredictable life experiences. Okay, so she's saying that I can feel its presence even in the harsh environments and even in the uncertain or unpredictable situations, yet never in extremity. Now again focus on how she's emphasizing on never through these dashes, yet never in extremity. It asked a crumb of me. Now she's saying that despite facing extreme situations, hope never asked for anything in return. So the hope is self-sufficient, or we can say hope is the self-sustaining, because the hope never asks for support from any outer person. Okay, so it never asked anything in return, and it don't need basically anything in return. With this point, our poem ends. Let's discuss few themes of the poem. First of all, this is hope's resilience, because hope never bent down even the weather is environment is harsh, or even the situation is harsh, or even there are storms. Hope sustains itself. The universality of hope, because because Emily is also saying in this poem that hope is heard by everybody in every situation. Okay, and it keeps so many people warm. Okay, it keeps so many people alive. So the hope, the idea of hope and the need of hope is universal. Every person need hope in their lives. Other than that, they could not sustain their life. And hope's selflessness, uh, uh, we discussed in the poem that whether the scenario situation is so bad, hope never asks anything in return. So that the selflessness of the hope. I hope you enjoyed watching the video. If you have any question regarding the explanation, you can ask in the comments below. Also, you can give your suggestion about next poem to explain in the comments. Please like and share the video, subscribe my channel and press the bell icon to get the notification of the next video.